named the main guys.
He did name the main guy.
Jack Janicki played March Mode.
Janicki may not be here.
And that, guys, are the reasons why they didn't get further in the tournament.
Yeah.
I shut up.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, those are crystal clear. Cheers! With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
What is up, Madison? I'm Hunter Vaughn. Your Sports Center update is brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Tune in to Alex Strofe and Company every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30 exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube page for Wisconsin sports talk and everything else. The Milwaukee Brewers got off to a hot start to the season, plating 14 runs, including Sal Frelick hitting the first home run of the season.
First offering to Frelick is a fly ball to right. It is high. It is deep. Bye-bye baseball. Second deck for Salvatore.
It wasn't just the offense that was going for the Brewers either, as Jacob Mizorowski got the start and threw 5 innings, striking out 11 batters, only giving up the 1 home run in the first inning. Milwaukee's off today. Their second game of the 3-game home series against the White Sox will be Saturday. Coverage will start at 5:30, and first pitch is at 6:10, and you can hear that game right here on Madison's home for Milwaukee Brewers Baseball, 100.5 ESPN. Jim, Matt, and Molly starts now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's gonna swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Oh my gosh, Jim, that is just terrible.
I was trying to go like loud and big.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I hit the octave lower than I should have. But I am a big believer in like
helping wounded animals.
No.
Is this an ASPCA commercial?
Yeah,
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light at the Mountains of Blue. You know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in a WTMJ studio alongside Molly Brown. What's going on, Molly?
My mic just looks so odd,
does.
in the video.
It
So
does.
if you want to see how weird my mic looks, head over to the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. But it just looks like there's like a floating black cloud by me just that I'm talking into.
It's like in comics where they got the word cloud where you're speaking and the word bubble.
And I also feel like, Ryan, I don't know if you are able to control this. Oh, there's 2 of me.
That's not how it's supposed to look.
Can you switch me and Jim so then it looks like I'm talking to him if I look at him? Otherwise, I'm looking the other way on the video stream.
All right,
and it's just odd. Do you know
how
what I
about
mean?
this? Is this better where it's just 2 of you and me on
Yes.
the
There
screen
you
at
go.
once?
How about, Ryan, can you kick yourself off and just do all 3?
All 3 Mollies? Yeah,
Come on.
we could find a way to make that work.
Me and my triplets.
Yeah, there you go. Molly Brown Cam here on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals Talk text line. List is more. I am going to Thanalysis tonight.
Yeah, you are.
And I am looking forward to it. And if I can find a live read, I'm going to give away some tickets to going to Thanalysis. This is at the Riverside, correct?
It is at the Riverside Theater tonight at 7. Doors open at 6. So if you're in Madison, maybe you should start making your way to Milwaukee right now. Right now to go to the TA live show.
Preemptively, maybe try to go and get in front of this. Maybe that just start driving now, and then if you win,
no, I think it's not even winning. I think it's people just text in live.
All right, that's all I'm going to do right now. So text in live, 844-770-3776. Text in live and then get in your car and head over to Milwaukee. Text in live, 844-770-3776.
Do they text live or do they text in live?
Well, they text live.
Yes.
They text in live, but doing it live. So you're correct on both accounts, Molly. But yes, text in the
word
phrase live.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that everybody's right so when they get their tickets to Thanalysis, free tickets.
And then you'll get a bounce back text with the instructions. And it should be a fun time. Thanalysis will be there. Ric Flair will be there.
Pat Murphy
and The Miz are supposed to be there. And
I'm sure they'll have some other surprise guests. I know last year they had quite a few. It's a fun time. I'm looking forward to hearing how you think it goes.
I'll tell you in a week.
Oh, yeah, you're going to – God.
Yeah. So it's at the Riverside Theater, and again, text live, 844-770-3776, the Carl Talking text line. Less is more.
Jim, now how much are you going to miss that, though, that sounder?
We're not getting rid of it.
It won't have the same meaning anymore, though, because it's not – Ric Flair won't be as much,
Does it really have a meaning to Ric Flair? Is that what you tied it to?
It does. It's from a Ric Flair video.
I know,
so
but
clearly a Ric Flair woo.
I think Jim's mad now.
No,
I'm confused. I was just on an email for some work thing that I'm not associated with the partner, so I don't know why I'm on the email as far as something. That's why that was the look on my face there. But I should be trying to do two jobs.
Hey, Matt
at once.
Hamilton. I was going to say Matt Hamilton.
Yeah.
Ryan and I care about the show.
Yeah.
So please
join
the show.
So unfortunately, Matt still has to work.
That is on me. Everyone hates me on the internet. I don't think, Molly, I've ever actually been trending. But I was trending a little bit yesterday. I'm not even bragging about it because this one's cool. People hate me.
Cool.
Okay. So you're trending because people hate you.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, why?
Which is, I guess, not surprising. If I was ever going to be trending, people hating me could be it.
I can't see it because I have it muted. So.
And we can parse the words of mid-major and blue blood, but I basically said the Badgers are closer to being, I don't know,
mid-major than a blue blood.
High Point than they are Arizona, for an example.
Yes.
And before we get into the whole thing today, we all watched at least some of Arizona last night.
So good.
Did you
good.
Did you guys stay awake for it?
So actually, I stayed up through, I think I fell asleep at the end of halftime, but I swear to God, I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me, are March Madness halftimes longer than normal halftimes?
Yes, they are.
Oh my God.
They definitely are, yeah.
I swear to God. I turned on Charles Barkley and then it was going for 30, 35 minutes or something. But yes, I did watch that game after the Iowa game. Shout out to Iowa. Go Hawks. I turned on that game and yeah, Arizona just looks head and shoulders above the other competition and everybody else that's remaining far.
I was going to say, even if you fell asleep at halftime, you didn't miss anything in the second half.
No.
It was just a repeat of Arizona dominating
It was
Razorbacks.
close for the first
Almost
couple
some,
minutes and then
fights.
Yeah,
exactly. Just a bunch of
about
technical fouls, John
Yeah.
Calipari not having a disciplined team. Shocker.
Yes. And yeah, it was ugly. And a little bit was well, at least it's not Wisconsin getting their pants pulled down and spanked on national TV.
I felt that a little bit too. I'll be honest. I was
because I guess guys, that's a lot of rounds that Wisconsin would have had to potentially go through.
Which goes back to my mid-major theory.
I don't know if I agree with you that they're closer to High Point, though. High Point's aggressive.
What's that?
I know what you're saying. High Point is aggressive, though. If you're saying that,
Just lost the High Point, but yes.
No, 100%. But before this tournament and before Wisconsin played, nobody knew who High Point was.
Yeah.
We didn't know that they were a bougie ass school that charters planes that has a steakhouse on site. We didn't know who they were.
To your point, if you were betting money, you might bet on High Point having more March success over the next few years than the Badgers.
Most likely, yeah. But I'm just, are we thinking from a past perspective or are we thinking from a future perspective? Because I think past perspective, High Point is aggressive.
Yes. So
it's not fair.
I am talking about in the NIL era and really going forward. And it really talks about Badger basketball. And let's focus on this one right now. And I don't know when we stopped caring about the postseason in sports, because everyone was mad at me when I made the comp, and most of the replies were, the players got better throughout the year, and we beat Michigan in the regular season, or we won this in the Big Ten tournament. I don't care. I am sorry. That's all fine and dandy. But Molly, Ryan, when you watch sports and you judge the Packers season, you don't look back at the regular season at the end of a disappointing postseason and look back fondly.
No, it's actually like the biggest criticism that I think people have of Matt LaFleur is like he doesn't have the success that we want him to have in the postseason.
Right.
Yeah, it's all fine and dandy. I mean, the Packers didn't do it this year, but it's fine and dandy if they beat the Bears how many times a season. But like if you go and lose to them in the postseason, what does it matter?
Right. The Bucks blew up everything, and they didn't do it right, but they tried to go to do different things to get farther in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's what their goal was. The Brewers is an interesting case because there is a giant spend inequality here, and that's a little bit like with the Badgers. Sure. But fans still are upset or annoyed when the team loses. If they had lost to the Cubs, Brewer fans would have lost their mind. Yeah. And losing to the Dodgers this year so handedly, I think just took the sting out of it, because, if you get beat that bad, you're like, you know what, we don't belong. But in general, Brewer fans still feel that sting at the end of it.
I would say you felt that sting when they lost to the Mets in the wild card round 2 years ago. Yeah, the Diamondbacks 3 years ago. It felt like the same thing, rinse and repeat for Brewers baseball.
But that also comes back to leadership and ownership, right? Like those games that you're mentioning, Ryan, they sting more because the Brewers were, a big bet away from potentially being, I don't know, whatever round after that is.
Probably, winning both of those
series. World Series contender. Like, you were a couple moves away.
Maybe not in those years, but they were at least a bat away from winning a postseason series for the first time since 2018 at the time. Right? That Diamondback series, like, they were very much on par with the Diamondbacks. And then they went to the third game against the Mets, and they were leading going into, I believe, the ninth inning. And then they gave up the Pete Alonso home runs. Yes, I mean, that was absolutely brutal. That was gutted after that loss. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like Brewers fans, it's similar to Badgers basketball, actually very similar. The postseason results just for a long time were not there because they kept falling short. Thankfully, we finally got over the hump last year, beat the Cubs, and then went to the NLCS and got murdered.
Barely beat the Cubs, went to 5 games.
5 games, but the Cubs were good. I mean, the Cubs were also a good team, too. So, I mean, I think there was no disrespect, or there was no, it wasn't bad, the fact that they had to go to 5 games with the Cubs. The Cubs were a really good team in the NL. Like, the Brewers and the Cubs and the Dodgers were the 3 best teams in the league for most of the season. So the Brewers being able to actually get over the hump and show that they could really overachieve, I mean, that felt amazing. It's the reason why I'm as excited as I am going into this year.
And you should be. And so with this team, good Lord, do you have the fan on, Ryan?
Yeah, it's on. Okay, I'm sorry.
Good.
What do you want me to do?
Are you there by yourself again?
No, it's still 4:15. There's still people
on a Friday.
Here. Yes, the people actually work until 5 on a Friday in this office. Jesse Nelson left 5 hours ago, but everyone else is still here.
He left before William Tausch was done?
I mean, he wanted to. He tried. He tried his hardest.
I got a little bit of breaking news around the Tiger Woods.
Oh, tell us.
I didn't bring it. So initially, if you're just tuning in, Tiger Woods
was
involved in a rollover car crash this afternoon in Florida. And now Adam Schefter, of course, I got the ESPN alert.
He's a big golf guy. If you
I know,
listen
it's
to
just
Jen
funny that,
Chewy.
it's just funny how this is, I didn't know he was a golf reporter, too. So Tiger Woods was arrested and charged with DUI, property damage, and refusal to submit per the Martin County Sheriff in Florida. So that is the latest with Tiger Woods. Just to share, because it is, I don't know, there's Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, LeBron James. There's just certain people, even if it's not local, you got to share.
Tom Brady,
How many,
that kind of information.
Rollover car accidents can a person be in? Genuinely. Is this his second one, Ryan? We were tossing this around. Because he had that first one.
I'm no expert in the Tiger Woods vehicular accident history.
Well, you're not going to get in trouble talking about it.
I think it's a sensitive topic, I would say. I don't want to.
It is, but I'm just saying there was a rollover crash a few years ago, and now there's this one.
There's this one,
wild.
Yeah. The one a few years ago, I
that's
remember,
like getting
very
struck
dangerous.
by lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad to see, especially for someone like Jim is talking about, of his standing and athletic legend.
Wasn't he just coming back? Like, I swear,
He
I just
was,
got
yes.
an ESPN alert like 4 days ago that said Tiger Woods is back. Blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
believe
blah,
he
blah.
just returned to playing in the TGL, and he looked physically pretty put together, and I believe he was planning to come back to whatever the upcoming Opens are, the Masters especially coming up in a few weeks. That was what people were imagining, at least.
So I'm assuming he's not going to be in the Masters.
Unlikely.
Yeah. So back to the Badgers. I just had to share that news. It's Tiger Woods. You got to share it. So are we just, Ryan, you're the biggest Badger fan on this show. Do you just not care about March? Like,
No.
I saw
What
so
do you-
many
what do you-
people.
what do you
There's
mean
so
do I
many
not
people.
Ryan
care
doesn't
about
care about
March
March anymore now that the Badgers are out. That's for sure.
Well,
No.
yes. I mean, once they're out, then I'll be honest. I stayed up till like 11:30 watching the games, even though both are blowouts. I still care about March. It's still great to watch, and it makes me feel worse that the Badgers aren't part of that conversation
Especially when you
anymore.
see how many big team,
Exactly.
10
And
teams are already
Yes,
in the Elite
that
Eight.
Iowa-Nebraska
Oh my God.
game. Yeah, there's no way I couldn't think about
they're
the Badgers
so
the entire
good.
time. Of course.
They're so fun.
And I
was.
definitely have gotten back into the NCAA basketball, at least the tournament, because it's such good basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, these teams are loaded, which, again.
Yeah, it's been really entertaining.
So I guess, like, how do you view the Badgers? Are they, like, do you just – because there are so many people in my mentions that were just, just touting the regular season. And I get it. That's fine and dandy. But these are no longer, kids playing ball for the right to get a degree. These are professional athletes playing for the Badgers. And so I always held them to a March standard anyways. But even if you were someone before that wanted to be Pollyanna and be like, these are just kids. Well, now they are paid professionals, and I'm not mad at the kids, and I'm not mad at Greg Gard. I just don't understand why people are mad at me for saying this Badger basketball team needs to lower its expectations because we spend money closer to a mid-major than we do Arizona. And all you got to do is look at the damn rosters. I don't know how you can look at Arizona's roster and say, yeah, the Badgers are closer to them than they are to High Point. Get out of here. It's the dumbest thing I've heard. So
Arizona's roster makes the Wisconsin Badgers looks like they're like middle schoolers or high schoolers,
Right.
like genuinely.
And Michigan's all these rosters, and I'm glad they won in the regular season. But you know what? You know what I don't care about? I don't care about the one time the Bears lost to the Packers in the regular season. You care about the postseason one. The postseason's always the standard in every other professional sport, and I don't know why we're moving the goalpost. I like Greg Gard, and I don't think this is a Greg Gard problem, but I also think we should not be getting on people for saying, hey, great regular season, but I'm tired of March sucking for what is going to be pushing a decade.
I think the difference, though, that you're pointing out is that the Packers are operating on the same financial level as every other team that they're playing. Same with the Bucks, or if we're talking about them. But the Milwaukee Brewers are another example where it's like they unfortunately don't invest the same amount of money, same amount of salary as some of the bigger teams like the Dodgers or the Red Sox or the Yankees. Because of that, we always just assume they can't compete at the same level. We shouldn't be expecting World Series championships. We've even said ourselves for Badgers basketball, we shouldn't expect national championships. We should expect Sweet 16 appearances. That should be the goal every year. And I agree that we're not getting there, and that's not acceptable for Badgers fans. I don't think Greg Gard or anyone in the basketball program would say that either. But at the same time, I understand fans who are upset because I think most of them are interpreting it as, oh, you're saying that Badgers basketball has fallen to this level because they just can't compete. But when really, as you're pointing out astutely, is the fact that they don't have the financial resources to compete at the same level, and therefore our expectations should be lower. I think most Badger fans probably interpret it as more of an accusation towards this specific team saying that they were never close enough, whereas I felt like this was the closest they've been in forever.
Well, and I agree. And also, clearly nobody watched the video because the whole damn point was
that's unfortunately the case.
I don't
usually
blame Greg Gard or these players. They are the Milwaukee. To me, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Badgers are similar. Neither one of them are, whether it's football or basketball, have the wherewithal to compete for the highest level. The Brewers don't have the money to go win a World Series. It is what it is. It would be one of the biggest Cinderella stories in all of sports if the Brewers go win a World Series.
But they have money, they just don't spend it.
True.
That's another issue.
The Badgers, at least
the Badgers just don't have the money.
Yeah,
at least
exactly.
the Brewers are efficient, and they at least know how to turn out a winner every year and at least win some playoff games.
Yes.
The Badgers don't have the money, and they don't know what they're doing right now. So that's for football. Basketball,
But also,
Badger basketball.
but don't you
Brewers
guys
is a little bit
think
similar.
that they should have higher expectations than what you're lining out, though, Ryan? Like, they're still a Power 5 school. Or
they're a
however
Power
ma-
5 school,
however many
but
conferences
there
are nowadays.
there are
Like,
plenty of the Power Conference schools who cannot compete even nearly on the same level as like the Arizonas or even the Houstons
okay,
that we're
so
talking
what
about.
schools in the Big Ten have we always compared ourselves to as Wisconsin?
I would say Purdue, Michigan State, Michigan, Iowa, Illinois.
No, Illinois has always been below Wisconsin in everything.
It was past 7 years, actually. Basketball.
What'd you say?
I feel like basketball.
Basketball for the past 7 years, Illinois has been one of the most dominant programs.
Last
in the
7
Big Ten.
years?
Yes, actually. Yes.
I feel like it was like when they had Marcus Damask.
Marcus Damask.
Yeah,
yes,
he was really
there
good a
for
couple
year.
years ago.
But
But
before
like,
that, they had Kofi Coburn and the guy who played for the Bulls, Jim, the guard.
Io
DeSumo.
okay.
Those were really good teams, and I believe that was like towards the 2022, 2021 seasons. Illinois has been very, very good for a while now.
Okay, so of those schools, which ones are they better than? Or are all those schools better than them?
I mean, regular season-wise, they're better than Iowa, but now Iowa is the Cinderella of the tournament, doing what they're currently doing. But at the same time, like you said, how can you be a Power 5 school and be a Cinderella? That's exactly what Iowa is. Iowa, like Wisconsin, probably doesn't have the same financial resources as the Michigans.
It's also because they had Fran McCaffrey for 35 freaking years, and they didn't get rid of him when they should have.
That's part of it. And they have a new head coach who looks like an absolute...
Yes.
He might be the Kurt Cignetti of college basketball, is what people are already comparing him to, in which case you get like the right superstar head coach, and he can make a lot of things better for you. I think Greg Gard is a really good coach. I don't think he's like that level of like elite like program lifter necessarily, though I do think what Greg Gard has done, and I think what a lot of Badger fans are trying to give him credit for and the program for, is the fact that they've been able to adapt to an entire new style of basketball, a new modern landscape of college basketball, and not really take a step back in the regular season. Now, they're still not achieving at the level they need to in the postseason, but let's be honest, they weren't achieving at the level in the postseason that they were supposed to before either. But the fact that he's been able to change the entire philosophy of the program, stay in touch with NIL and the recruiting transfer portal era, and still not really take a step back in what is now, we're seeing, probably the best conference in college basketball, he and the team deserve a lot of credit for that. Now, what I wish would happen was that they would get the financial resources he needs so he no longer has to win by doing more with less. Now he can just do more with more.
And so, like, that's where it gets interesting to me, though, because if the financial resources came in, then I might have a different conversation about Greg Gard.
Yes.
For the way the Badger basketball team is currently assembled and how they want to win and where they live, which I think, and we'll talk about it more on the other side, I think is more in the middle of the Big Ten in spending, then Greg Gard is the perfect coach for the Badgers. He is not the perfect coach if you wanted to go win titles. But to Evan Cohen's point, I don't think the Badgers should do it. Look what happened in football. Paul Chris might have been the right coach if you just said, you know what, we just want to get to a bowl game. And maybe that's where we need to be as fans. And I'm not saying I like it. I'm just not going to stick my head in the sand and pretend that everything the Badgers sell me, whether it's football or basketball, is right. I'm glad they got good recruits this year for football. They've gotten good recruits other years. I'm thrilled that they're keeping kids in the state of Wisconsin. I'm excited for Isaac Miller and all those guys. But I'm also not banking on freshmen coming through and competing with grown-ass men that will be playing for Indiana and every other school in the Big Ten. So the Badgers maybe finally are starting to do the right thing. But for basketball, I think Greg Gard is maximizing what they can do with this budget, and kudos to him for doing it. And football is the cautionary tale about don't get rid of Greg Gard and chase championships, because then you end up with Luke Fickell and back-to-back missed bowl seasons. So good on Greg Gard, good on Badger basketball. They are maximizing their potential, and Badger football is the cautionary tale of what not to do.
Mr. Steal Your Take. My God, Ryan, am I right?
What do you mean?
Oh, don't even. What do you mean? Mr. Steal Your Take, Ben Bruster, Brad Nortman from the other day. Pretty sure.
Oh, he's saying that Badger football is a
Literally
cautionary
said
tale.
cautionary
yes, that
tale.
is true. They did use that same phrase. That's fair. Oh,
freaking Mr. Steal Your
Jim.
Take. My God.
You think I listen to that show?
You told me.
I'm actually,
you told me you
today I
listened
did
to it.
listen.
No, but Jim has locked it on Twitter, and that clip got a lot of views.
Uh-huh.
That's
brutal to get just caught.
I'm
At least be sneaky about it.
I'm actually more embarrassed that I used the same phrasing as Brad or Ben.
Yeah, you should
be. That's the part that embarrasses me.
You should be.
But I'm not embarrassed to say that I love going to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton, home of the Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl Happy Hour. Go see Lee, go see Kevin, go hang out at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I think I've listened and watched this show long enough to know that Molly's mind is just always in the gutter. It doesn't matter what.
Oh, mine!
Yeah, Molly.
Jim says something, and Molly's eyebrows just go up. She's looking for a giggle.
I'm a bottomless. You're not wrong.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Spring is here, and living with your old, drafty, foggy, dirty, hard-to-open, bad windows is no longer an option. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Visit sidingunlimited.com today.
I wasn't sure if I could afford college, and my family couldn't help me. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found financial support beyond tuition. Even fuel, transportation, and technology has been covered. It's incredible that I'll be able to graduate debt-free. My advice to others, don't let financial barriers stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Here's the thing. Buying jewelry should feel good. Not rushed, not pressured, and definitely not final if it's not right. That's why at Condon Jewelers you can exchange your purchase so you actually end up with what you really want. And when it comes to value, Condon Jewelers offers some of the best prices in the area without sacrificing quality, service, or trust. So whether you're celebrating a big moment or just treating yourself, you can shop confidently knowing they've got your back. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Mitchell Stoughton chimes in. D. Brown. They were good in the early mid-2000s, right? He's talking about Illinois basketball. We were talking about Badger basketball here, but Illinois did move on to the Elite Eight to take on who, Molly?
No idea.
They will take on
you mean,
Iowa.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant like back in 2000, whatever year you were talking about.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry. Well, you were talking about
I know,
2005 or something.
But who are they then going to play then?
I thought you were quizzing me.
No.
Iowa. Hawkeyes.
There you go. That's,
Thank you.
Yes. Molly Brown.
That's fun.
What's that?
That's fun.
It is.
Now we're all hoping for Iowa, right? Ryan?
No, I got Illinois going all the way to the national championship in my bracket, so I'm pulling hard for Brad
Wait,
Underwood.
the bracket
What
that
bracket?
we're in?
Yes. Yeah,
No.
in our show bracket, yes.
No way.
Yes.
All right, well then, yeah.
I thought you
let's
had
go
Zona.
Let's go
Or was that
Iowa.
Jim that had Zona?
I have
Michigan.
Illinois.
playing Arizona in the championship.
I had Michigan playing Houston, so I'm in tough shakes here.
I have Arizona, and I don't remember who else.
So I'm up for the whole thing to be blown up. So I want Iowa to win because I want a bracket chaos.
Yeah.
And you can chime in 844-770-3776. That's Carbos Talking Text Line. List is more with the brackets. If you are still watching, like when you watch these games,
Who's not watching? It's so fun.
I
It's
agree.
been great.
But do you end up picking the do you want if your bracket's shot? Do you still worry? Do you still kind of go with if the bracket's blowing up, maybe I have a chance to win. So if there's more and more upsets, my national champion's still in it. Like for me, Michigan is still in it. I have Duke. So if Michigan and Duke and Arizona can get to the Final Four, and the bracket with Houston that I just have is trash, I want that bracket to be complete chaos now. So I want Iowa to get to the Final Four because there's probably not a lot of people that picked Iowa to get to the Final Four.
Totally.
And so if Michigan loses, same thing. I want chaos if my team's out. And then I'm more willing to then start cheering for, then I'm rooting for Iowa all the way. Actually, Molly, I just stumbled into it. I'm rooting for Iowa to go to the national championship game because I want.
Can you imagine? Oh my god!
Because I had Houston beating Duke, and so if I had Michigan versus Iowa in the national championship game, I'm in really good shape because I had Michigan there at least.
I guess for me, I just want Arizona and Iowa. Those are the only two teams that I care about.
The Molly championship.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Now, I don't even know if that combination is possible if I'm looking at a bracket. It is. So, no, as long as those two are in it, I'm happy.
Molly was right.
Thank you. I actually wasn't right because I had Florida going to, the championship game. I'm pretty
A lot
sure
of people
against
did.
Arizona. So.
A lot of people had the Gators going far.
Yeah.
What Iowa did in that game was crazy. And that game against Nebraska last night was also crazy.
They were only leading for 2 minutes of the game.
Yes, I know. It was wild. It was such a good game. And it made me feel worse that I'm like, Wisconsin would have beaten both of these teams. At least that was what I was telling myself.
You say that, but it's like High Point almost beat Arkansas.
True, and I will say...
Stop holding on to the regular season, Ryan. Where have you been
come
this
on.
entire conversation?
Okay, but when it comes to losing to High Point in the first round, we all know now that High Point, once we actually saw the financial investment they have, which, I'll be honest, like Jim said, the Badgers might be closer to a mid-major. Financially, Wisconsin and High Point's financial investment in basketball might be pretty close.
So actually on that, I would love to – so I put this into ChatGPT, and it took – apparently Michigan – there's been enough reported that there's somewhere between $7 and $9 million.
That's it. I'm actually surprised.
Basketball,
that's
that's pretty.
It's a lot of money. I am not. No, of course. With having only 12, 13 guys on your roster, whatever it is.
13 actual guys who might even see the court. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's at the top of the Big Ten, and so they have Wisconsin right there with Iowa at that $2.5 to $4 million window.
Yeah.
Because again, this is still a guesstimate. But that's not a bad guesstimate.
And High Point was 4 or 5?
Yeah.
That's what they're estimated as, yeah, because they just got. It doesn't help that there's a lot of these schools too. Like we're talking about the Arizonas and the Houstons. They might even relatively put more money into basketball than they do even their football programs. Which is we know where Wisconsin's trying to do both at the same time, and they're under resourced the entire time because they're terrible at generating NIL.
So I want to ask that side limited poll question.
What?
Should Wisconsin just focus on one men's sport?
Between basketball and football specifically.
Yeah.
Well, what about I think about Marquette. I know they're different, but they literally have one sport to focus on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not.
Well,
now, granted, Shaka Smart has been very vocal about not being active in the transfer portal and all that kind of stuff, and that obviously negative impacts you in today's world.
Yep.
But they should be a lot better, and they only have one sport to focus on.
Yeah, I think right now you'd give it to that they just made a mistake this year.
Okay.
We talk about Marquette.
Yeah.
So hey, we wanted to keep our guys. We wanted to do certain things.
I do like that question, though. Should they only, but which one should they focus on?
Ryan, how should we ask this? We'll just play this out on the air here.
I would say, should the Badgers focus on investing more in football or basketball?
Well,
no, because I think it's a question of.
I want basically the Badgers to become. What is an example of a school that just focuses on basketball, like Arizona?
Arizona, Kansas is kind of there too. I mean, Kansas basketball is what breadwinner there on.
Wasn't
in Lawrence.
Arizona ranked in football at one point this last
They've been
season.
solid in football, a couple years, but I mean, they
were good when Rich Rod was
they
there.
even lost their head coach to Washington a couple seasons ago because they couldn't pay the money to keep him, and because they didn't have the same financial investment.
ASU really only focuses on football.
Yeah, and they've
Their
had good,
coach got fired for basketball this year.
Yeah, they've had good players come through there for basketball, but never had like a good team.
Do you want
overall.
Wisconsin athletics to look more like Arizona or Arizona State?
Okay, I think that might be a little niche of a reference.
It is
for
just
our
a little
fans.
bit.
I don't know. If
Is there a
many
school in the
people
Big Ten?
But their Arizona one is the one I was thinking about.
Michigan State might be the
sucks.
what? I was about to say Indiana, but Indiana actually
Nope.
cares about football. They just care
Indiana
about all
pops
sports.
my brain every time, and I'm like, wait, no, they just won a national.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's crazy because they actually still spend like almost more than anyone in basketball, but they just still don't have the results, which goes to show why like investing money is good, but you also have to have the right
not the
coaches
only
and
answer.
leadership. Exactly.
Yeah,
But no,
So the
I would,
Badgers have half of it for basketball.
I would say honestly, maybe if there's a good example, just
Michigan State.
Michigan State would be the one because they've just been so tumultuous in football, but like Izzo has been the standard bearer for college basketball in the conference.
But also, weren't they good when they had that one coach, but then he was just like...
Mel Tucker.
Yeah.
I think I just asked this question. If you had to pick one for the Badgers to invest their NIL money in, would it be Badgers or would it be football or men's basketball?
Mhm. I like it.
844-770-3776. That's the Carbs Talking text line. And our signing limited poll question is, if you had to pick one for Badger Athletics to invest their money in, would it be football or men's basketball? What are you taking, Molly?
Well, see, my mind went to, I think then it's going to come back to you're picking the coach. Who do you trust more?
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell trusts Luke Fickell?
Right.
Nobody. Not a soul.
I would be fine.
In Gard we trust.
I would be fine if they gave Greg Gard.
If they gave him like $15 million is a lot. If they gave him $8 million, like we just said,
Yep.
and said, go build a roster, I would trust that, and I would trust them to be able to make it to the Final Four. Is that aggressive?
No.
To think that they would go that many rounds further with that budget?
Think about a team that's complete. Like Greg Gard doesn't get over his skis. He has a good staff. What we don't know is if he is a floor raiser and a low ceiling guy. But again, if you spend the money in it, if Greg Gard isn't the guy, you have an attractive program that then someone else would want to come in and coach.
For sure.
And that we're obviously playing this out again if you're just tuning in. If you could spend money on one sport, either men's basketball or football for Badgers, which one would you pick? Badger basketball is closer to being relevant. So then even if Gard's a guy who caps out as an Elite Eight coach and you want to chase championships, if you're spending money on the basketball side of things, you can then go get that championship coach.
For sure. For sure.
Well, ask Jason Wilde about this next. This is Jim Matt Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Hey, this is Matt's Chicago Doppelganger. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semra with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Annika Curran from Verona Area High School. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
You're a swimmer. We're here at this gorgeous pool.
Yes.
You probably live here, right?
Yes,
Basically.
spend a lot of time here.
Freshman year, first time you got to go to state, what was that whole environment like?
It was crazy. Just the environment there, there's so many people. Like, I've been to Waukesha multiple times for club meets, and just high school state at Waukesha is something else. Like,
When you look back in your time at Verona, what do you think you remember the most about Verona Area High School?
I think just like the community that we have here and like on the team, we get super close with each other at the end of the season when it's like the last couple meets, just with the team, being at practice, like it's just so much fun.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold a lie with sportswear, too. You pay a fortune for big-name gear, a fancy logo, a slogan, and it still stinks. Iron Jock doesn't play that game. Silver ion technology is woven into every thread, killing 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria. And now, through April 5th, when you spend $50, get 30% off and 2 free pairs of socks with the code SOCKS2. That's socks in the number 2. Shop now at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game. In 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Carbon World Health, feeling your best isn't a luxury, it's a lifestyle. From advanced aesthetics and rejuvenating med spa treatments to personalized wellness care, everything there is designed around you. Whether you're refreshing your look, boosting your confidence, or investing in total body wellness, Carbon World Health combines medical expertise with a spa-like experience you'll love. Discover the med spa Sun Prairie is talking about. Book your consultation today at Carbon World Health, where wellness meets results.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jason, can I ask of you?
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Yeah. This has been the best segment I've ever done on this show, and I've really done very little.
Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
I love Matt Hamilton. You are 1,000,000% right, Jim. That should be a drop, too.
Thank you.
Dynamite drop in, my guy.
Thank you.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
And Jason Wilde joins us on the Yuengling Hotline, the Yuengling Guests Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America and now in Wisconsin. Jason, how you doing today?
6 generations, family owned and operated. Yuengling, DG Yuengling and Sons, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. I'm struggling because my phone, after I thought I had managed to avoid it for a very long time, has updated now to this newfangled look, and I'm totally thrown by it. Paula and the girls have been using it for quite a while, and I was trying to stay as old school as I could. Now I'm thinking about getting a flip phone to really reduce it, but probably not an option. So other than that, though, I am great.
Jason, you're probably not going to like this, but me and you are very similar in this sense then, because I do not update my phone. I refuse to do it, because every time that I do, I swear to God, it's like the Apple gods are like looking down on me. And if I update my phone starts to glitch, and I don't like it. And I have like a brand new, like whatever the newest phone, 16 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I have a newish, like pretty new phone, and like I'm just terrified that it's just going to send everything to hell. So I don't update my phone. So like Jim's phone, I'm looking at it right now, looks completely different than mine does. And
yeah, I update
refuse
mine the
to
second
change.
I get a chance to. I'm
no,
excited.
I hate
for
it.
Oh, well, sounds to me like Molly and I are going out for Big Macs later.
Sounds
there you
great.
go.
Loaded with onions.
While you guys have your Big Macs with onions, talk about Jordan Love here. And Joe Thomas had some interesting things to say on your show today, Jason. And let's maybe Ryan. I should probably set this up if Ryan can get the Joe Thomas clip to play for our listeners here. Let's play the clip.
Jordan Love needs to take that step in accountability and leadership and understand that he is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and he needs to go into Matt LaFleur's office and let him know that I want the football. I want to be able to throw the football and have a large input on what we're doing from a game plan standpoint, and then from an in-game adjustment standpoint, from a play call standpoint on the sidelines. I want to be treated with a level of responsibility and respect that Peyton Manning did, that Aaron Rodgers did, that Tom Brady did, because.
So with that, Jason, I guess the question I have, because I heard KBN talk about it, and the way they were describing how they wanted Jordan Love to be was basically stop being who you are, Jordan Love, and be a completely different person. And I don't think that is the way to solve whatever next step that Jordan Love needs to take. I don't think Joe Thomas was saying that, but if nothing else, I do feel like maybe Matt and Jordan could be more collaborative. But what is your thoughts on Jordan Love? Because I just don't think you're going to change someone, their personality, 7 years into their NFL career. I think it's more of build around his personality.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's going to change his personality. I think, spending some time with him earlier this week when he did his cleats initiative in Appleton and distributed those, I think he's become increasingly comfortable in his own skin and in being the Packers quarterback per se. But I don't think he's going to, and by the way, like Aaron Rodgers was the way he was, but he backed it up by playing at a 4-time NFL MVP, Super Bowl champion level. And while I think Jordan Love is a good to very good quarterback, which again, for some reason, at least with a portion of the fan base, means I'm a hater of him, which is completely untrue. But he's at a point where, I think he deserves and needs more autonomy and more responsibility and more freedom. But let's not go overboard here, right? Because it's a lot like all the other things that are going on in the world right now, whether it's allowing sports gambling or it's AI. Like, it feels to me like in all these different areas, we don't have a governor that stops us from going 1 or say 1,000 steps too far.
Yeah.
We can do something doesn't mean we should to the fullest extent. And so, in my opinion, obviously I was talking to Joe during this, and the one thing that I would have said, but I was trying to manage the clock, which, I'm so good at, was that, like, let's make sure we don't go the other way, because I think you could argue that as great as Aaron Rodgers was, he probably abused that level of autonomy, right? Like, sometimes, he probably was not respectful enough or collaborative enough with his coaches. He probably wasn't the greatest teammate in terms of how he dealt with his teammates. Like, again, I think absolute power corrupts absolutely, and I don't think Jordan Love is looking for that level of power. But I do agree with Joe that it's time to, I hate the phrase take the training wheels off, but, just give him more of an opportunity to do a little bit more. And maybe they have. This is, again, another one of my complaints about, not talking to people frequently enough. Like, that's one of the questions that I would want to ask Matt LaFleur if I was going to the NFL meetings. Like, what's the next step? Last year after the season, when he was asked after the 2024 season what the next step was for Love, he made the comment about leadership and being more vocal in his leadership. That's fine, but I want to know what's his next step as a quarterback, and what's the next step for you two as collaborators to get to another level? Because obviously there have been moments, including the first half of that Bears game in the playoffs, where you guys are collaborative and great. And then there are other times where, the Bears and Dennis Allen throw a wrinkle at you, and you guys don't know if you look like you've never seen a protection adjustment in your life. So I think that's going to be one of the many things that as we get ready for the 2026 season is going to dictate how successful they are.
Jason, one of the clips that I saw from your conversation with Jordan Love the other day was about the different offensive pieces that he may be missing this next season. Who do you think is going to be the one that he misses the most?
Yeah, I think it's Dobbs, and in fact, I don't even think it's close.
Mm-hmm.
Not because they don't have other good wide receivers, but and again, when I say this, it's not an apples to apples comparison because these two guys were at a completely different level. But he was kind of Love's Jordy Nelson, like Jordy was to Rodgers, right? Or, probably not Devontae. By the end of the time with Devontae, I would say that their kind of mental telepathy had even surpassed what Rodgers and Jordy had, just because Devontae could do even more than what Jordy could do. But that was his kind of security blanket. That was his guy that he worked out with in the off season, and he had played more snaps with than any other of his wide receivers, right? When you think about the time that they had been together. So, to me, that one's kind of a no-brainer, but I think the one that's going to impact him the most, which is a different question, is going to be Rasheed Walker if, and this is obviously a big if Jordan Morgan doesn't play at a high level. And maybe he does. I don't think Rasheed Walker played at such a high level that a former first-round pick can't surpass it. If he doesn't, that's going to be a real disappointment for a first-round pick. But I do think that there was, I know he struggled in the last game of the season in the playoff game against the Bears, but more often than not, you could count on Rasheed Walker. And Jordan Morgan has to show Jordan Love that he can be that reliable.
Yeah, and because with Jordan Love there, it's not like injury concerns, but you don't want him back there with a left tackle that could put him in a position where he gets rushed, because like most quarterbacks, when the pressure actually gets home, you don't look as good. He's not as elusive as other quarterbacks are. He is mobile, but he's still not super elusive, and you just don't want him in a position where a lot of times the more he's hit, it seems like the more likely, like any quarterback, the more he's hit, the more likely he could get injured. And this whole offensive line is really full of a lot of let's hope this works, which still is concerning to me if I was a Packers fan.
Right. You're right about that. I mean, again, they've got, a bunch of guys that have played, right? I mean, Sean Ryan is back as the center. He wasn't the starting center to start the year, but he has 9 games of experience there. Belton played right guard for the second half of the season as a rookie. You would hope he's better. Again, I keep bringing this up, but $43 million in a 12-month span paid to Aaron Banks is just mind-boggling to me. Mm-hmm. And so he has to stay healthy and play at a high level. And then they got to get, Zach Tom healthy. I don't know what his timeline is. It's a question I hope that the guys that are going to Arizona for the NFL meetings will ask LaFleur about, because that to me is a huge question. But I would also add this, their offensive line wasn't exactly great shakes last year. And the one difference that I would say, and, Jordan Love did get the concussion against your Bears, but otherwise he was healthy all season. I don't buy this Kirk Cousins talk. I think the Packers want a guy that's on an inexpensive contract to be the backup and be a reclamation project or a developmental guy. So I don't think they're going to pay Kirk Cousins to be their backup.
Is Desmond Ridder still on the team?
He is.
Okay.
Yes, he's exact, and that's why. And again, I could be completely wrong, and they could sign Kirk Cousins in the next 5 minutes, and I could look like a complete imbecile, which would not be the first time. But I think Desmond Ridder has been pegged as their next fix this guy who has started games in the league and played for a somewhat dysfunctional franchise, and he can be better with us, and we can get him ready to fill in if something happens to Jordan. So to me, that's what they're more likely to do. But if Jordan Love gets hurt, I think there was supreme confidence last year. I even am on the record. I think I probably got clipped for saying it, but that doesn't mean clip me again, Wooly. Saying that they lost the two guys they could least afford to lose in Kraft and Parsons, and I know what that meant. It meant that I was saying that they could afford to lose Love more than they could afford to lose those two. And it's because I think Malik Willis is the real deal, at least in the Packers offense. And now they don't have him, and I don't know if Desmond Ritter's any good. I don't know if Kyle McCord is any good. So, if you trot out an offensive line that can't keep him upright and can't keep him safe, and credit to Jordan, one of the things he does really well that I think he picked up from Rodgers is that he's awesome at subtle movements within the pocket to avoid direct hits. He's not a running quarterback by any means, but he's really good at manipulating the pocket. But you don't want him to have to live that way. You want him to be able to drop back, hit that back foot, and get the ball out on time and on rhythm. And there were more times than they would have liked where that wasn't the case last season. And until Jordan Morgan shows me that he's a true left tackle in the NFL, I have a feeling there's going to be more of those moments this season.
Jason, I want to pivot to Wisconsin athletics and ask you the question that we are asking on our Side Unlimited poll question. Do you think that the Badgers should start focusing more on investing in football or men's basketball?
I think they should be investing.
If you had to choose one.
In all,
one.
I think they should be. Yeah, I was going to say I think they should be investing in soccer.
Jason, that wasn't one of the options.
Oh yeah, but I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. Look, I was saying this to Wooly as I was coming on. I hate the question. Hate it. Now, here's why I hate it. I hate it because what has college athletics now become all about? The one word in that question, investing.
Yep.
Investing. We're going to the legislature to get them to pay for other stuff so we can reroute money into NIL. Like, I've lost my love of college sports because of what college sports is. Investing. That's what it's all about. And there's got to be a better way. And I was reading something on The Athletic. Tommy Tuberville and I do not see the world through the same lens politically and other ways. But Stuart Mandel wrote a piece that said that, against all odds, Tuberville actually had a pretty good idea for how to kind of corral the nonsense that has gone on in college sports about you can only transfer and play right away once, and the idea that you have to play 5 seasons and they have to be consecutive 5 years. Because I don't know, I was watching one of the Sweet 16 games last night. There was a dude that's been in college for 7 years.
It's insane.
Like Van Wilder. Like, what are we doing? Right? So I'm going to respectfully or disrespectfully refuse to vote because I don't like the premise of the question.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote.
Sorry,
actually,
Jason. That was a callback to the one time when Jim couldn't keep his temper for Matt not wanting to vote.
But Matt was like, he thought he was going to affect what the Packers were going to do.
Yes,
really
correct. But I couldn't help myself.
Yeah. It's not like a real life choice. You just vote.
But also, Jason just gave an actual answer as to why he doesn't want to vote.
Yes.
And Jim turned German in that clip. I don't know if you know that.
That's the whole point of it, is somehow when I was in Milwaukee and Matt refused to answer a weird question, a simple question, I came with the German accent.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote.
You vote.
You just vote.
Yeah.
You just vote.
I blame it.
Gotta vote.
Because I was watching at that time the movie Nuremberg, and that's what I'm blaming it on.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote.
You oh my God, that's hilarious. You sound like the owner of the shop in Frozen.
Yes.
Where he goes to buy the carrots and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Old Oaken wandering post or whatever. You just vote.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote.
Vote.
You just vote.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Matt got me so mad I spoke a different dialect. So I don't.
It's
I
not
don't
like
know.
a real life choice. You just vote.
I'm sure you've been there, Jason, with your co-host once in a while, or at least your producer for sure.
Rubbish. Oh my God. Well, I guess
Speaking
it's time
of
to
college
say,
athletics, breaking news:
That's what I was gonna get to,
NCAA's
yeah.
appeal to Mississippi Supreme Court in Trinidad Chambliss case denied.
So
He's
now
eligible
he's playing,
to play in
like
2026.
his seventh year. So to Jason's
Yeah,
point, like
exactly.
while Jason was talking, that came through.
Wild.
Well, as they say, it's hard to say Auf Wiedersehen, right?
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
That is Jason Wilde. We will continue the show. On the other side, this is Jim Matt Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
It's not like a real life choice. You just vote. There's no like.
You just vote for it.
I'm just telling you what the Twitter trolls are going to do. They're going to take one look at it and be like,
Vote
I
and
don't
you
want
vote
to pick.
like-
I don't want to pick.
I'm here in Milwaukee. I talk like a German. They vote.
What?
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin men's hoops excluded from the Sweet 16 picture once again. Long-term March success hasn't always been there, but Frank Kaminsky says don't lose sight of the bigger picture. The Badger great defending Greg Gard and his ability to develop talent.
Greg Gard has consistently shown that he has the ability in today's day and age to recruit. You take in guys like Tanjay and Boyd, who have both had solid college careers up until that point, but then you make him into all Big Ten, All-Americans. You take a guy in Blackwell and you turn him into a 20-point per game scorer. Like, that's clearly coaching.
Order today and get 0% interest until 2032 at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Upgrade now, pay no interest until 2032. Visit PellaWI.com.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're having computer problems, you need a company you trust to get things working again. Quickly and affordably. Madison Computer Works has been doing that for business and residential customers for decades. Our computer care plans take away the hassle of being without your computer or needing to bring it in for repair. Starting at only $10 a month, our local and friendly techs provide remote help and can fix most problems in just minutes. Call 608-231-8000 and sign up today. Madison Computer Works. Computers that work for you.
Get your team together. Softball is back for 2026. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Registration for Madison School and Community Recreation's Adult Summer Softball Leagues is now open. Men's, women's, and all-gender slow pitch and women's fast pitch leagues are forming now for the summer season. MSCR Softball Leagues offer fun for every level of player and welcome all participants. Spend your summer evenings with us on the Ball Diamond. For more information and to register, go to mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports and Update brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers dedicated show. Tune in to Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel for all things Wisconsin Badgers. The Milwaukee Brewers got a big win on opening day yesterday, walloping the White Sox 14-2 at AmFam Field. The series takes a break today before resuming tomorrow night in Milwaukee. First pitch will be at 6:10 p.m. and pitcher Chad Patrick, one of the Brewers' Rookie of the Year candidates last season, is scheduled to start tomorrow. Listen to the game and hear the crew all season long right here on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Milwaukee Brewers. Badger men's hockey also won an NCAA tournament game for the first time since 2010 yesterday. They broke their 16-year drought with a 5-1 win over Dartmouth. Wisconsin advances to play Michigan State on Saturday for a spot in the Frozen Four. Puck drop is scheduled for 3:36 p.m. Central Time. Watch that game on ESPN2. Then Badger women's basketball also won again in the WBIT yesterday. Robin Pinchin's program came back from an 8-point deficit with 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter, winning 64-61 versus Harvard in overtime. They'll next play in the WBIT semifinal versus Columbia on Monday. Second half, Jim, Matt, and Molly, right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other. Oh my gosh, Jim, that is just terrible.
I was trying to go like loud and big.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I hit the octave lower than I should have. But I am a big believer in like
helping wounded animals.
No. Unless
This
it's
is an
something
ASPCA commercial?
Yeah,
Jiminy Christmas.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown. Here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. You can get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Call Bus Talk and text line. List is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. By us, I mean me right now, Molly. This is not the view that anyone wanted. We started the show People like with
me.
3 Molly Browns on the screen, and now you got one.
Well, my computer
Rutledge.
froze. I'm in the process of getting a new one here,
I look
people.
tired. Goodness gracious.
I mean, you probably are.
I probably
But you got
am.
a full night of analysis ahead.
It'll be a fun night, but I'm already tired just thinking about it. Prime time Wollersheim. Behind the glass. You can get into the show, 844-770-3776. Thank God. On the Carbos Talk and text line, list is more. All right, so we talked a little Badgers athletics, and it's kind of just sad across the board.
I'm so glitchy. Am I not glitchy on your end?
Right, maybe you are, but I'm looking at you, the person, not the computer
I'm
screen.
sorry.
So that when I see you just kind of like throwing your arms up, I'm like, what is happening?
Talking to your microphone. Thank you. Anyways, continue. What was your question?
Boss me around. Yes. I can move around and like use the space. I want to explore the studio space. I was saying, we're talking Badger athletics, which school or which program should get the money, because I think Wisconsin's days of trying to be a 2-sport powerhouse shot. So do you want to pay to compete in football, or do you want to pay to compete in men's basketball? Right now it's 50-50 last time we looked.
I was going to say it was 60-40 basketball when I voted.
Okay.
I don't know how you vote for football on this. Like, do people not realize that the money that you are giving the program, like, you got to think about, at least in my mind, I think about it essentially like I am handing Greg Gard $8 million. Like, if that is the money is going into Greg Gard's hands. What is he going to spend it on?
And I feel that's the thing. I feel comfortable handing Greg Gard $8 million.
Yes, Luke Fickell. I don't feel comfortable handing him $10.
We've handed him $8 million, probably. if not more.
Yeah, what does he get paid per year?
No, I meant more for
I
for
know.
the roster construction
I'm just
too.
being sassy.
Oh, he
About
probably
his
gets
pay,
paid that. I
too.
don't even know. I honestly don't know. Primetime Morishon behind the glass. We also talked a little bit about Jordan Love with Jason Wilde, and trying to get Jordan Love to be a different person is not the solution. I think they're just going to have to figure out more ways to use Jordan Love's skills. But, Molly, speaking of Badgers and Packers, and, obviously we're here in Milwaukee. Opening day was yesterday. It got me thinking about just food. One, I'm very hungry, and I learned that there's no
starving
food
right now.
for me at this analysis event, so I'm going to go to the 3rd Street Market Hall before I go over to it.
Did you not get food on your way here?
I didn't have the time because I wanted to be here by 3. I just wanted to. I didn't want anything to pop up that would make me super late because I had to leave the Madison area late today. So I wanted to, but I did not. And I thought, I'll go to Walgreens here. Nothing there looked remotely close to something I should eat.
Not a 99-cent iced tea?
No, but also if I'm going, I got to go. I'm going to go to this event. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it, and then probably go to Pato afterwards. And it's for the VIP part of it, it's I don't want to eat a bag of chips or a bunch of candy.
Oh, I
Just have,
housed a bag of chips from here the other day.
But I just want to have rock gut all night.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's more of just
Gut
have a whole
rot,
night in front of me.
not rock gut.
Okay.
Gut rot.
Gut rot.
Yes.
Importantness.
Do you know what's funny, actually? So I stopped somewhere to pick up a Zoa because I left my Zoa on my desk in Madison because full day today. I went to Madison first, and then I went to Milwaukee, okay?
Yeah.
I picked up a Zoa from a gas station, and then, as I was, checking out, I was I kind of, I'm not a gum person, but I was I'm kind of hungry, and, what's going to get me to, stop, not eat anything is, the carbonation from the Zoa, and then, gum.
Yep, I've done that before.
Yeah, and it was 2 for $3 or something like that. So I did. So then, I saw this gum, and I was like, I'm gonna grab that. And then I went in my car, and then I went to go open it, and I look, and it says 210 calories. I was like, what is this? I was like, there's no way. I was like, am I swallowing this gum? And then it says for the entire package is 200 something calories. I ended up getting a candy on accident. So then I ended up eating 3 pieces of the candy. But yeah, I thought it was gum. So then I was like, well, that sucks.
Do you have the package, or is it in your car?
No, it's in my car.
Because I want to know how misleading the package was, or what happened.
So it was high chew.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, I didn't either.
But
when you hear
would
chew,
make you
you're
think
like
it's gum, yes.
And it looks almost like Bubblicious or whatever. I will literally send you guys a picture.
Molly.
No, it's delicious candy.
I know exactly,
I'm not going to lie.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
Yes.
It's basically like knockoff Starburst is what they are, essentially.
Essentially, yes.
Oh, okay.
But I was so salty because I got in my car. I was like, I'm going to pop in some gum.
You get salty pretty quickly.
So salty.
Ryan, is this a guy thing, or maybe it's just a me thing? I definitely never look at the calories for candy.
If I'm
No, you don't
candy,
want to.
it's
Or
done.
gum. I don't want to know.
But
Gum's all the same.
gum is 5 calories or whatever it is.
But it would never cross my mind to even think about it.
But I
'cause you said
didn't.
you looked.
But I looked because I had to open the package.
Oh,
And then when
okay,
I flipped
okay.
it over.
I thought you checked it. And you were
No, I just flipped it over to peel the little piece off, and then I saw 210. I was like, Jiminy Christmas!
Okay.
What kind of gum is this? So
and
yeah,
I'm also about it. That's what's the equivalent of that? If I had 3 pieces, that's what, a piece of cheese? I mean.
I don't know. I'm not relating it to that.
Okay, I was just curious.
But I'm just saying, if I'm having
I just don't know
gum,
how much
if I'm having
calories that
gum,
is.
there's maybe 5 to 10 calories in it. But then you're also chewing, so then you're burning calories. So there's no calories in gum.
Well, okay. How many calories are you burning from chewing, Molly?
But 5 calories is nothing to Molly's point.
It's just how celery is negative calories or whatever they call it because you're chewing.
Okay, but celery doesn't have sugar in it like the gum does.
Okay, but either way, it's not. You're not getting the same amount of sugar from gum as you are from those Shakalicious gummies that we love.
Shakalicious.
I almost bought them today.
They were on sale at Walgreens the other day.
They're on
too.
sale today.
I know. I almost got them.
I looked at them and I said, "No, Jim.
Yes.
Don't do it."
But yeah. So that was my story. Is I did end up getting my Zoa, which was exciting. But then, I was bummed because I didn't get gum.
All right. So, speaking of food, since
Stadium snacks.
we're both hungry. What sport do you think has the best food in stadium?
Do you actually think the sports are different when it comes to food?
Yes.
Yeah. Because let me ask you this, and I know that because I've been to a couple college football stadiums. I can't think of one I've been to, and I'm not saying they all don't have it, where I've been like, wow, that's good.
Okay.
Something special.
The Amish pretzel at Badger football games.
Oh,
elite.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So freaking good.
It is. Absolutely. But, like, that's not on the list of, like, it's really good there, but, like, it's not, like, something special.
When I went to an Arizona Cardinals game when I was there in August, preseason, they had, like, a football thing, like a football bowl of nachos that were really good.
Football
so it was
field?
like football field. So it was like special nachos. So those were good. But like I think what you're talking about is like the churro dog. Like I remember the Diamondbacks released that a few years ago. So I think it was like 2 churros or something with like ice cream on top. Like it was like a full on like elite thing. But I've never gotten like that kind of food at a baseball game before. I've never done anything outside of the norm of like nachos, pretzels, brat, hot dog, pizza. I got pizza at a Packer game that was really good.
So I think baseball is the sport because, one, baseball, the games, I know they're shorter, but they're so long, and only the weirdos go to the baseball game to watch all the baseball game. You're there for the atmosphere. You're there for the ambiance.
Hey.
Like this weekend or this upcoming week, I'm going down to Florida, and I mentioned to my family, I'm like, well, maybe we'll just stop at a Marlins game for a little bit if we go down to Miami because
sounds awesome.
It'll be sunny. We can get some ballpark food. The stadium's kind of unique, and we hang out there a few hours.
It's something to do.
It's Marlins versus White Sox. They might be giving away tickets, so something to do and inexpensive. But when we're there, like we'll try some of the food. But it's more for the vibes. Like baseball to me, I always give Matt a hard time about being a vibes Packers fan because that's insane to me. But baseball is vibes. Like, and vibes to me also means food.
See, but here's also the reason why I think you might think that food is better at baseball stadiums because I genuinely don't think that there's, I don't know. Like I said, I've never had anything that's like spectacular. Is I think that the weather plays a factor into how you're eating. Because if I'm at a Packers game and I'm eating a pizza and my hands are cold, because this is what my experience was, it's like, okay, great. I'm sitting in the freezing cold. I had to take my gloves off in order to eat the pizza. So now it's like I'm just trying to house this pizza because I'm starving and I'm trying not to be cold. But like if you're at a baseball game, you can just eat comfortably. Like you're not freezing. You're sitting there eating whatever you're eating comfortably. You're not just like shoving it down your throat.
That is a good point. But I think it's really chicken or the egg. I think baseball stadiums know that and they play into it. So, like, I was just.
So you think that they know that they stink?
Well, no, it's more
baseball
of
is like not exciting to watch.
That baseball is a vibes and an overall ambiance feeling more than football. Like you're in a football game, you're going there for football.
Actually, I'm curious because Ryan, you just sent us an Instagram post from Sports Illustrated that shows different MLB foods, like the crazy foods, and I don't know if I've ever seen like NBA or NFL or college stadiums like release anything.
Exactly. This
interesting.
This is a thing for multiple MLB teams. Like the White Sox, every year when they unveil their new like menu items, it is like an event for them. They like host like a private.
They did a
private
s'mores
like
thing.
Yeah, they do like a s'mores like latte, I want to say, or some sort of s'mores ice cream thing.
Okay, so out of these foods, can we just like what?
I like Ryan's idea. We could play a little can it or crush it. We can play that on the other side or crush it or can it. I did look real quick. Apparently, Citi Field, Trust Field, and T-Mobile Park, along with Dodger Stadium, have the top 4 ballpark rated foods in the country. Number 5, though, and I don't disagree with it, AmFam Field.
Really?
And I think it's because
what have you gotten at AmFam?
But this is from a national perspective, and so they're also looking at like the brats and the cheese curds are it. Like if you're not from here, you're gonna go and be like, I gotta have the brat and the tail. Like, I gotta have the cheese curds. Gotta have the brat. So I think that's one of those where we're a little spoiled of like, oh, this is unique to us where it's better here.
I would also wonder if that includes like the alcohol selection too, because I feel like that's probably a little bit better at AmFam than probably most stadiums. If I had to guess, I'm sure every stadium has like a certain area where you can get like pretty craft like specialty alcoholic beverages. But I feel like Wisconsin, known for Milwaukee, like all the local breweries, like it's going to be a little bit better.
So, and honestly, I love the tagline here put on here. It's like it's the basically comfort food dominance. Like AmFam Dubs, AmFam Field does comfort food better than anyone else does comfort food.
Do the Brewers have like a unique food this year? Has anybody seen
They
it?
did unveil some new menu items, so I can actually run them through quick. These won't be included in our Crush a Can It next segment, but they have a fair food stand now where they sell nachos on a stick. It looks like
Hate
it's just
that.
like
I hate
fried
that.
fried
That sounds-
dough with like cheese and guacamole sauce on
Okay,
it.
that's very Wisconsin.
It's very, very Wisconsin. They have a cream
Let's
puff.
take something with some culture and some little pizzazz,
All right,
and
all
let's
right,
just deep fry it.
What about the Al Pastor topped hot dog? How about
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Really?
What is it?
It's it's like Al Pastor with it looks like some parsley, some pickles on here too.
The way you
I'm
say
looking
that
like
sounds
a
like a
cheese
baseball
sauce.
player.
Al Pastor.
It does. El Pastor.
Alvin Pastor.
Good old Al.
That actually sounds good.
Then
Yeah,
they
it
also
does.
just
I
have a new cheesesteak item that they're going to be selling. They have a sticky maple chicken sandwich, fried
Ooh,
chicken
I'd eat
sandwich.
that. I'd eat
That sounds elite.
Might be too sweet for me.
I'm going to the game on Saturday, and I'm gonna find the sticky
You have
maple
to find
chicken
at least
sandwich.
one
And
thing.
you
For
have to
sure.
give us
Yes.
the review of
And
it.
I did also
Take
see
a picture.
I saw a video too where they were trying some like there's a new barbecue stand there too, and they have like barbecue loaded like nacho fries, like the waffle fries, but like with barbecue, essentially barbecue nachos.
Is mouthwater in there?
No, I'm saying
Mine did a
mm,
little bit. Yeah.
I don't know
Mine
if I
did
feel.
a little. Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of
Ryan?
took a
Ryan.
pregnant
Yeah.
pause. I'll
Yeah.
be honest.
You're pregnant?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm going on maternity leave, guys.
enjoy it.
That's what I meant by pregnant pause. Yeah, exactly.
It's a good 3 months off of work.
It's my maternity
Yeah,
leave.
because it's real chill.
Yeah, exactly.
J&K Security Solutions, they will protect your home or business from anywhere in the world with commercial fire protection and home security. Go contact my good friends at J&K Security Solutions, veteran-owned, locally owned, family-owned J&K Security Solutions. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening live from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Newfies love Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN, Madison.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love Zoa Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a Zoa Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting.
Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. Madison's locally owned, Madison's family owned, Madison's custom jeweler. Go check out Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Mother's Day coming up. Always an occasion, including engagements and wedding season, to go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. I'm Jim Rutledge, across from Molly Brown. Primetime Laura Shine back in the Everlight Solar studio, and we're going to play a little game, Can It or Crush It.
Crush it or can it? Come on.
If it's yes, then crush it.
Those mountains are blue.
If it's a no, then can it.
Oh my God.
It smells like a skunk.
It really does.
It's time for Crush It or Can It.
All right, guys, we were talking about some of those interesting menu items you can find at different MLB ballparks throughout the country. So, guys, Sports Illustrated actually did this fun little series that I was able to find on Instagram the other day. So since we first talked about this, like in a pre-show meeting a couple days, I swear to God, this is my entire Instagram feed. So I've seen like a million of these posts. But this one particularly stuck out. This was from Sports Illustrated. It's the most appetizing, most absurd, and most stomach-ache-inducing new ballpark foods for the 2026 MLB season. So guys, we're going to start with some of the most absurd options, and you're going to tell me crush it or can it. Now, if you're crushing it, that means you're crushing it like a Coors Light. You want it. It's a yes. If you're canning it, that means you're throwing it away like a skunk beer. So, guys, first, we're starting in the most absurd food items category. That first being the Rockies Pizza Donuts, which you can see on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream here, guys. Yeah. Is that a crush it or a can it for you guys?
So, initially, I would probably say can it, but then, like, you look at it, and it kind of looks like it's like a biscuity, like, dough.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, crush it.
I'm up in the air. I'm going to go can it because I love donuts. I just feel like maybe this is doing too much. It has a high potential for failure. So I'm going to can that one.
Yeah, I feel like that's most of these menu items, especially in this absurd category, which we're currently in. There's going to be a lot of those. Speaking of which, right, going into the next one, the Kansas City Royals have a beef Wellington hot dog. So this looks like it's essentially a giant corn dog, but like beef Wellington, you know, I mean.
Is this just pigs in a blanket?
Pretty much.
I've never had beef Wellington before.
Neither have I, but I've had pigs in a blanket, and that's what that looks like.
That's pretty much what it is. It's just dough wrapped around like a long hot dog, which looks to be like, I mean, at least a foot long.
So I don't have to pay for this, right? Like, it's just when I eat it.
That was my question. I'm like, crush it unless I'm paying $20 for it. Then I'm out.
I don't have the menu. I don't have the price on these, so I guess I can't do that properly.
So I would eat this. I would crush this.
You're crushing it.
I love pigs in a blanket, but I would imagine this is like $20. So.
Does that surprise you that he likes pigs in a blanket, Ryan? Because I am shocked to hear that.
He does hate hot dogs, but I feel like that's a bread thing for Jim that he hates hot dogs.
I thought it was the whole like filler, and you don't know what the hell a hot dog is.
No. Jim loves a good glizzy. Come on, get out of here, Molly. He loves a good glizzy.
Jim, really good.
Jim, would you like the Rockies Glizilla, which is a 2-foot-long, 1-pound hot dog topped with some sort of pasta and salad situation?
No, pasta salad, not pasta and salad. That's disgusting. I thought this was mac and cheese on this, and I would say crush that. Pasta salad, I'm out.
Yeah. Ooh, I could go get this one, the next one here.
Ooh, okay, so we'll move on.
Jumping ahead, my friend.
Yeah, no kidding. Trying to really move it along here, Jim. All right, so guys, the next one is the very popular 999 challenge that we're seeing at a lot of ballparks. So multiple teams across the country have done this with it's a 9-9-9 challenge consisting of finishing 9 hot dogs and 9 beers over a 9-inning game. Are either of you doing this?
Hard pass. No, we passed one of them. Well, Marlin's machete. At least on my Instagram, I'm flipping through.
Okay, well, Jim.
Let him
Jesus.
run the freaking show,
Right?
man.
I thought this was me running it for you guys.
He's
Come
not
on.
gonna run past the one that looks the best. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to do the beer part. The hot dog part, I think I could crush 4 hot dogs, and then I'm done.
Jim?
I don't want to eat 9 hot dogs or 4. A hot dog is fine. I'm
Why
not
not?
eating this amount of hot dogs.
If it's
Come on.
Costco-sized hot dogs, no way. But
No, these are
if it's,
kinda-
normal. No.
Yeah, no, these are just normal ballpark hot dogs, which they're like $2 each for a reason. But yes,
Okay, so would you guys rather crush 9 brats or 9 hot dogs? You have to pick one.
Oh, brats.
Yeah, brats, right? I mean, it's the same amount of calories either way, I'd assume, right?
I
it's
don't
not
think
like
so.
it's.
I think brats are a lot higher fat content.
But it depends. Once again, it's the size of each. I've seen brats that are pretty fun size, right? I mean, the ballpark ones.
I haven't seen fun size ones, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
That's a you problem.
All right. Well, look, maybe I got to find a better brat next time.
Go to a better concession
Gotta
stand.
go to a better vendor.
Eat somewhere warm.
That too. The Marlins brats, I've heard those ones. Gargantuan. Speaking of gargantuan, the Marlins machete 2-foot-long carne asada quesadilla.
Now that's a big.
I would eat this not the whole thing, but I would go get this so fast. I would pay actually $50 for this to try it.
I bet it is $50 to be honest. 2 feet of carne asada quesadilla.
Steak ain't cheap, people. Not
No.
in today's economy.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, it
I
does.
would absolutely eat it. But yes, if I went to the game, I don't know if Nolo would eat it, but
No, if you go to a Marlins game, you have to get this.
I will.
And if you don't, you're banned from the show.
Okay.
No,
All
I'm
right.
legit being serious.
No, that's fine. This
Jim
looks
thinks I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Ryan,
this
mark
looks
it.
delicious.
Mark it.
This looks
all right.
delicious.
Them's the rules. All right, well, Molly, you being the Arizona fan on the show, this one takes you back to the Diamondbacks. Now we're moving to the most likely to give you a stomach ache category.
sure.
The Diamondbacks have a Take Me Out to the Ball Game shake, which is a milkshake combining whipped cream, peanut butter sandwich cookies, dang it, Kit Kat bars, and Cracker Jacks. And it looks to be, I don't know, maybe 12 ounces of milkshake. Guys,
I would ship my drawers so fast
Jeez,
during
Molly.
this game.
Jeez,
I would.
ship your drawers. Yes.
Yes.
Ship my drawers.
So
Ship your drawers.
so
Correct.
fast. If I got this in the first inning, top of the first, I'm out by top of the second. Honestly, this
But
for
worth
sure
it.
gives you a stomach ache. Is it worth it though?
Oh, it's so good.
Have you ever had a stomach ache when it's hot
I know.
and you're getting burnt? No, this actually sounds horrible, but it looks good. I would just have to eat this in the privacy of my own home. And I'm not lactose intolerant by any means, but I think anybody turns lactose intolerant if they're eating this.
Yeah.
That much sugar, that much milk, everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that gives you more than a stomach ache. That might give you a colonoscopy.
It gives you diabetes.
Oh,
Yeah.
then maybe I should have it. Not the diabetes, the colonoscopy.
There's a delay today, people. There's a delay today. All right, so keeping it rolling in the most likely to give you a stomach ache category, the Nationals have a bases-loaded
it's so
foot-long
good.
hot dog.
I would eat this.
A hot dog.
Same.
A hot dog topped with roasted peppers, crispy fried onions, butter pickle chips, fried potatoes, smoky bacon jam, chili, guacamole, pico de gallo, and cheese sauce.
I'd eat that entire thing by myself. I would not share.
Same,
Really?
But then I would
Would
have
not share
the
that wiener.
same- The
No.
problem that Molly was discussing earlier, I would just preemptively just move to the bathroom.
Why
after
would
an
that
eating
make
too.
you go to the bathroom?
Something would go wrong. That's just a lot.
I think the guacamole might actually add to that a little bit.
The guacamole of all things. What are you talking about, Ryan?
Avocado is known to be high in fiber.
Mother Nature selects.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's a superfood,
No, it's
Molly.
not. I
It's
have
a
never heard
superfood.
that.
I'm pretty sure. Look it up.
Superfoods don't make you poop.
That's actually kind of what they're supposed to do. I'm pretty sure. That's like a healthy bowel movement.
ChatGPT it, Jim, because I don't know if Ryan is accurate.
What did Jim just say?
Superfoods.
Superfoods. I think if anything on that was going to make you sick, it would be the
Well, not
hot
sick.
peppers.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
I'm
it's gonna
sorry.
make you
The
sick.
only thing on there that I think that would make you ship your drawers is the hot peppers.
I just ship my drawers.
That's a good point, actually. The hot peppers
Not
would
the
do a lot.
guacamole or the avocado.
All right. Well, keeping it rolling in the most likely to give you a stomachache category. This one very unique to the Philadelphia Phillies. They have a Schwarbomb Sundae, which is ice cream topped with funnel cake fried Uncrustable, fresh strawberry sauce, and fruity cereal. Once again, people, you can see all of these on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, and this looks absolutely delicious.
No, that one would make me sick.
Can it? I want to
Really?
actually go to the bathroom just looking at that.
That one's just too sweet.
Yeah, I have a stomachache.
Ah,
Matt would like this. Matt has been eating Uncrustables recently. I don't know why.
I've been eating all my snacks too.
Oh, those are are
No, he
Uncrustables
brought in
yours?
4
Oh.
Uncrustables because he's like, I feel bad I ate all Jim's snacks, and then I ate one of them. He's like,
Oh.
we're square now. Sure.
Yes, Matt would eat this 100,000%. But no, I'm out.
Yeah, no.
I do love funnel cake personally. So
I
I
love
mean,
funnel cake, but
I might.
It's too much.
You know what I might do with that one? I might take the funnel cake out of it and dip it in the ice cream and then leave the ice cream to somebody else. That's a split it in half. I'll have the funnel cake. Somebody else gets the ice cream. All right, final one here for you guys. I don't know exactly how to pronounce this, but finally we're getting to the most appetizing category. Apparently the Dodgers have a char siu pork loaded fries, which I believe char siu is some sort of Korean style.
So good. I don't care what it is. I would eat that right now.
Yeah, the sauce there looks like it's some sort. I don't even know what kind of sauce that is, but it looks like some sort of
spicy queso.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a spicy queso or a spicy mayo actually.
Could be that. I don't care. I'm eating it.
Yeah, that
I
one.
don't even really like
that looks
I would
good.
eat that.
Crush.
That one looks amazing.
It is a popular Cantonese-style barbecued pork known for its sweet, savory, and sticky glaze.
Eat it.
There
Get in
you
my
go.
belly. Get in my belly.
So it's like meat candy, kind of.
Yeah.
Except meat candy's beef, right?
Yes, but Cantonese meat candy. All right, actually, we can finish up on one more, guys. I forgot one. Final one in the most appetizing category. This going to Jim's Chicago Cubs. They have the Cubs chicken and churros.
Yeah.
Which in this photo that you can see on the
I don't see
ESPN
the
Madison
chicken.
YouTube stream, yeah, you can't see the chicken anywhere, but it's apparently there.
Gives me chicken and waffle vibes.
Yeah, that's I think what they're going for.
It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd eat that. Smash. I'm sorry.
Crush it, Molly. Not
Marry
smash. Crush.
or kill. So Molly, out of this game, which one are you married? Which one are you?
That
Crushing?
quesadilla.
Which one
That
you kill?
carne asada quesadilla. Crush.
All right, which one you? So that's crush. Which one are you marrying then?
Oh no. That's I'm marrying that quesadilla.
Okay, then which one are you crushing?
Like I just have a crush on.
Well,
Probably
we're,
that
we're,
hot
we're
dog.
subbing crush for something else.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The hot dog with the peppers.
And
Crushing
then-
that
and then
wiener.
kill.
Yeah, what's
What?
the one? What was the worst one? What was the worst one you didn't like the most?
Honestly, probably. Ooh, you know what?
I feel like the pizza donuts are kind of crazy.
No, I'm gonna go with the Fruity Pebbles funnel cake.
Oh, the Schwarbomb?
Uncrustable. I'm out.
Yeah,
that's a
Too
lot.
much.
I want to kill the hot dog beer thing.
Yeah, the 999 challenge. Yeah.
I think I'd marry the hot dog, the one that's got all the one Molly talked about.
Peppers?
Yeah, and I would crush. I would crush the Sioux pork thing.
Oh yeah. God, there's so many good options.
Yeah.
Now I almost just want to go to each ballpark and go get the one item.
So when I went to
part of
when I
it.
went to the All-Star game, I got a Dodger dog.
What's a Dodger dog?
Yeah, what is that?
It's just a big hot dog. It was fine.
Is it just like a
Did it
foot
have
and a
anything
half?
on it?
No, it's just like a regular. It's just a
So
big.
you could have gone to Costco and got one for $1.50.
Yeah, but this was it was like a thing. That's what they're known for is like the Dodger dog. So I'm like, I'll get a Dodger dog.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's one of those things that was probably a big deal, and actually those were cool hot dogs in the 90s, and they just kept them around because it's like a staple. But
yeah,
it's
really just a giant hot dog.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah.
What'd you put on it?
I think I did put ketchup mustard on that.
Okay.
Can't just raw dog a giant hot dog like that. I had to put some sauce on it. We have
Molly's game coming up next.
Wait, Molly, can you tell us about Madison College though?
Oh, I would love to tell you about my experience at Madison College. They were absolutely phenomenal. I've gone back a couple times recently, actually, to go speak to different classes, but I had the best experience there, and you can too. It's an affordable option. They help you through the entire process. Super easy to go there. They have campuses all over the region, and they offer the lowest cost per credit tuition in the region, which is absolutely phenomenal. So if you're looking to get started on your education journey, you can head over to madisoncollege.edu. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Do you think Dad's got good Instagram game?
No. Instagram game? Oh, my God.
I don't know. It's the best I can think of.
What's the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Existing.
Savage.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That needs to be a drop.
Yeah.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Wisconsin weather doesn't wait, and neither should you. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we make upgrading your home simple. Right now, order today and get 0% interest until 2032. You heard me right. 0% interest all the way until 2032. Upgrade your windows and doors now and pay over time without paying interest. With our 10-year limited warranty, you can feel confident in your investment. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 3/31/2026. It's bracket season, and Pizza Hut's got the watch party covered. Score a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with garlic parm seasoning for that classic pizzeria vibe. Or get the original pan, thin and crispy, or Chicago Tavern style. Big flavor, big savings. Just $10. Your bracket might not survive, but this deal will win it all. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Here's the thing. Buying jewelry should feel good. Not rushed, not pressured, and definitely not final if it's not right. That's why at Condon Jewelers you can exchange your purchase so you actually end up with what you really want. And when it comes to value, Condon Jewelers offers some of the best prices in the area without sacrificing quality, service, or trust. So whether you're celebrating a big moment or just treating yourself, you can shop confidently knowing they've got your back. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Brewers fans, this season Window Nation is bringing the excitement home. With the Tickets with Window purchase promotion, you could score tickets to see the Milwaukee Brewers when you upgrade your windows with Window Nation. Enjoy better comfort, improved energy efficiency, and unforgettable game day moments. As a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Window Nation is committed to quality products and expert service you can count on. Book your free consultation today and turn your next home upgrade into a win for the whole family. Visit windownation.com to schedule a quote.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
To the question about what are we accepting, for all intents and purposes, we should be looking at the Sweet 16 for Badger basketball as our national championship.
Until something changes with how we spend NIL dollars or get NIL dollars, that is our ceiling.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Hey, this is Matt's Chicago Doppelganger. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. It's Potawatomi Sportsbook. You can catch all of the action, especially during this March, in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxury seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. It's time now for Molly's Game.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys, so we're actually going to do today a little bit different. We're just going to go through the slate of college basketball games that we have going on today and tomorrow that we know so far, and I'm just going to have you guys pick the winner straight up. How does that sound?
Great.
Sounds great, yeah.
Ryan, first up, St. John's versus Duke. How are you picking there?
I got Patino's boys. I got St. John's taking down Duke in all my brackets.
I was going to say, is that because you have St. John's going to, I don't know, like the finals in like one of your brackets at least, I know?
In my main like ESPN one I do. In our show one, I have UConn beating Duke in the Elite Eight. So I have Duke winning over St. John's tonight in that bracket. But in my main ESPN one, where I actually have a chance to win a good amount of money, I have St. John's winning. So, yeah,
okay.
Go Patino.
I got Duke.
And for what it's worth, Duke is listed as 6.5-point favorites.
Yeah. Really?
Yep.
That's a hefty spread.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not more.
I don't think Duke's shown to be quite that good without their point guard in this tournament. They're offensively challenged.
I hope St. John's wins that one. Next one here, guys. Alabama taking on Michigan. Michigan is favored by 9.5 points. Jim, where are you at this?
Michigan.
Didn't even have to ask. Oh. Ryan?
I'll take Bama. I think there's a real upset possibility for Nate Oates because their offense can fly so fast. Michigan also, I feel like, as a one seed like Duke, they've shown to be a little vulnerable in this tournament.
Which would you rather see, though?
Duke losing.
No. Sorry. I mean, for this game, would you rather see a Big Ten team being in it or Michigan being out?
I'd rather see Michigan win, I think, simply just because I think the Big Ten being as good as it is and also beating an SEC team to get to the Elite Eight, that would make me feel a little bit better.
Next one here, guys. Michigan State taking on UConn. UConn is favored by 1.5. Jim?
I think I might go Michigan State here.
Same. Yeah, I think UConn is also not quite as good as their reputation holds up to be. And this Michigan State team's looked really good in the tournament so far.
Knock on wood. Go Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
Next one, Tennessee versus Iowa State. Iowa State is favored by 3.5.
I would take Iowa State. I think they're probably the most underrated team left in the tournament. Their defense is so suffocating, and they, unlike Houston, who's also got a suffocating defense, Iowa State's offense can actually score and fill it up. Guy Milan Momcilovic is their three-point specialist from Pewaukee, Wisconsin.
There you go.
He's a stud.
Also, hearing Iowa State is what did you just say?
Underrated.
Underrated. Why could I not think of the word? I feel like a lot of people had them going far in their brackets.
They're a 2-seed.
I know, they're 2-seed. That's why I'm like, what do you mean?
But I feel like nobody's talking about them at this point in the tournament. I feel like there's a lot of hype around Arizona. There's a lot of hype around...
As there should be.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around Purdue, especially after the win last night. I feel like Iowa State's kind of under the radar currently.
Jim?
I'm going Tennessee. I think Tennessee is underrated.
I hope it's Iowa State. Then tomorrow, so those games were all today, which also, that's another thing I love about March Madness is just like the timing spread between them all. Love it. Okay, Iowa versus Illinois. Illinois is favored by 6.5.
Illinois. I got Illinois in the championship.
Iowa.
All right, and last one here, guys. Purdue taking on number 1 seed Arizona. Arizona's minus 6.5.
Arizona.
I think Arizona is still far and away the best team. I said Iowa
Purdue's
State's
that good.
underrated.
They're so good.
Yeah,
Purdue. Yeah, Purdue. Who'd they just beat last night? I mean, they took
Houston.
It took
Texas.
It took everything they had to beat Texas, who was an 11 seed.
And Texas had to play an extra game.
The Fighting Sean Millers.
The Fighting Sean Millers, yeah. That's what the
Shout out to U of A.
They got rid of the Longhorn.
He looks like former ESPN Madison teammate Ken Rovak.
He does. That is funny. Very funny. All right, guys, that's all I had for you. I'm excited to see how it shakes out.
All right, Molly's on her way out then, so I'll take you guys back with pole dancing on the other side. This is Jim, Matt, Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I'm an elite reader. Reading comprehension is like the only thing I'm good at.
Reader.
Yes, it's the only thing I'm good at is reading comprehension.
No. You don't believe that's the only thing you're good at because you're literally saying all these other things that you could be good at and better than people that are literally
reading
professionals.
comprehension.
Like all I know is I'm
being
like
a minister.
what I'm elite at is being humble. All
No,
right?
you're not.
Big time.
Judgmental Jim.
On 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I worried that I couldn't work a full-time job and still have time for college. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I found my stride. My classes are flexible and hands-on, and I walk on campus feeling inspired. My advice to others? Make your dreams a reality. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value: hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, because you know when inspiration rises, we'll have what you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Get a head start on spring savings with 50 quart bags of Miracle Grow potting mix, just $12.99. Plus, new at Blaine's, shop Purina Livestock Feed, science-backed nutrition to help animals stay healthy and productive. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Staying on Wisconsin sports never stops with the Jump Around podcast.
I trust Greg Gard. The problem lies, where is the disconnect between rising to the occasion of those games and rising to the occasion against the High Point Panthers in March?
The Jump Around podcast with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions. Streaming live every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
It's March, so it's time to score big with slam dunk deals at Metro Ford of Madison. Drive home the Powerhouse 2026 Ford F-150 with special financing. Get 4.9% APR for 60 months. That's just $18.83 for $1,000 finance. Plus, customers who purchase a new vehicle will receive a $500 gas card on us. Don't miss your shot. These offers end March 31st, 2026. Head to Metro Ford on the east side of Madison or visit metrofordofmadison.com.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues. It's just me now in Milwaukee. Primetime Laura Shine back at the Everlight Solar Studio. Matt Hamilton, whereabouts unknown. Molly Brown, whereabouts unknown. So for the last time that you guys will hear from me in over a week, you got me in Primetime. So I'm excited, Primetime Laura Shine.
You excited for your vacation or you excited for our segment here?
I'm excited for my vacation and our segment. You can see me on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Let's go pole dancing. That's what people want, man.
Yeah, they want Jim to go solo pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, and you know that I can't do these pole dancing questions anymore, Jim. I'm too old for that stuff. So I have the young Riley. I'll take it away for us. Riley, what's our first poll question of the day?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Pole Dancing. Jim, Matt, Molly, starting with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. What do you reach for first on opening day? Is it beer, 53%, a brat at 30%, or a hot dog at 17%?
Jim?
I'm going brat there. Beer is great, but I got to have the brat with the beer. So if I'm reaching first, I'm going with the brat with the Coors Light.
Depends on what type of day I'm trying to have. Is this a opening day with the fam or with the friends? Because if it's with the friends, I'm probably going 3 Coors Lights and then a brat.
There you go.
Also depends on the game time. Because yesterday, I swear to God, and the ESPN Milwaukee team was telling us about this too, that I'm pretty sure there were people showing up at like the tailgate lots for AmFam Field at like 9 a.m.
I think I saw something about 6 a.m.
Oh my God. I mean, opening day, I understand. Like, it's exciting. It's like the first day of spring. Like, it actually feels nice outside for once. I don't know if that's enough of an excuse for me to start drinking at 6 a.m.
The drunkest I've seen people really at anything most recently has been opening days. I've gone to a lot of them, and people lose their mind. I don't understand it. You see people drinking like it's just like they're 21. They just turned 21. Like they've never tasted alcohol before, and they just get after it. And it's like it is 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, my guy, and you are throwing up. I remember one time there was a guy who just pulled down his pants, started going to the bathroom.
Yes, that was like 2 years ago at AmFam, I want to say.
Nearby, I just went the other direction. But
yeah, as you should. Yeah, no, I feel like nowadays people use opening day as more of an excuse to get day drunk than they even do like St. Patrick's Day when it falls like on a weekday.
Yeah.
Like people don't go out on the week for St. Patrick's Day. They go out like that leading Saturday or the following Saturday, wherever it falls on.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Yeah, day drinking is fun. And if you got the right crew, it's fun. I don't know how many friends of mine who could just take a Thursday off to just get absolutely obliterated at 7 a.m.
Well, because I don't know about you, but if I got obliterated at 7 a.m.
That too.
On a Thursday, I'm not going to work on Friday. Like,
the hell no. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's even like the idea of if I went to a game on a Sunday and if it was like, if you really tailgated ahead of like a 1 p.m. first pitch, it's like, still, like I'm done drinking by the third inning in that case. Yeah. All right. Keep it rolling here, Riley. What's our next poll question?
Moving on to the Homer Hour. Of these 4 people, who do you have the most confidence in? Is it Brian Gutekunst at 26%, Jordan Love at 53%, no, make it 59%, Matt LaFleur at 7%, or Ed Policy at 8%?
I'm going LaFleur because I still think he's the best at the job of the entire group. I think LaFleur, especially as a play caller, is viewed so highly across the league that I think he is the least of the problems. And like more of like if he went somewhere else, I think he's the most likely to be successful somewhere else. Obviously, Ed Policy's not going to go somewhere else. Goody, I think if he had to go to like a feet to your fire or hold fire to your feet or feet to the fire market, I don't think he'd do well. I don't think like him going to a New York or a Chicago, like I feel like he would wilt under that. And then Jordan Love, I think the system is great for Jordan Love. He's not a system QB, but I think Jordan Love gets the most out of his ability because of the system.
I would agree because I think Matt LaFleur is the one who does the most for the Packers, though I also think that his unwillingness to really like let it loose and to trust Jordan Love is what holds him back. So I do believe that there needs to be more confidence in Jordan Love, and I will also say I think Jordan Love might have the highest ceiling of anyone in that group. I would still say Matt LaFleur, like truly, if he can just figure out like the situational football stuff, like just stop making like emotional decisions and like flip flopping depending on like what he feels in the moment, that would really take him to the next level. So it's just like one thing for him. Whereas I feel like Jordan Love has like an extra like 20 to 25% he can still unlock. That's my personal opinion. I know you think he's more of a finished product than most.
Which is also a very good finished product.
I agree. He's already good right now. I think he could become really good to great one day. All right, Riley, finishes off with a great third poll question.
And finally, sticking with the Homer Hour, what is going on with the Milwaukee Bucks right now? One, they are tanking, 26% of people agree with that, or they just stink, 74%. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.
Jim?
Oh, they're tanking. I mean, they were bad enough and they stunk enough to tank, but now they're in full tank mode. Without a doubt. I mean, they're bad, too.
So
obviously,
I think that for context, this question was asked on Wednesday, I believe, by the Homer Hour.
Okay. So, like, with the Giannis stuff?
Yeah, the day after.
But I think they're trying to tank. They realize too late that they need to punt and give themselves at least a puncher's chance of some sort of palatable outcome in the lottery.
True. I will say, though, even if they weren't tanking, I think they'd be in almost the exact same position they are now. Because I do think they still just stink.
They do, like, if you're bad enough to have to tank, you clearly are a bad basketball team.
There are some teams who are like actually plucky, actually could be good if they tried, but are just choosing not to be because they just want to like continue building.
I don't want to put you on the spot for it. Like, you think like the Jazz? I don't even
The Jazz are the first one who I thought of. They were the first that came to mind. The Wizards like went out of their way to like make their team worse at the trade deadline. Like there are certain teams like that who did it, but the Bucks, I feel like even if they tried their hardest, they would still stink. Like even if they were not trying to tank, they would still stink.
Oh yeah, this roster healthy all year maybe is like a 7 seed.
Yeah.
I'm talking a healthy Giannis, the whole thing, 7 seed.
Just above the play-in line, probably.
Yeah.
Which now, hey, they're gonna miss. Almost definitely, they will miss the playoffs for the first time in a decade.
God, I don't want them in the playing game.
No, but is it still crazy to think that it's been a decade of playoff basketball every year for the Bucks?
That's
and
awesome.
It's finally coming to an end.
That's awesome, though, and that's credit to Giannis and the Bucks, and that's been a hell of a run.
It has been, and it's. I am still kind of worried about the Bucks, like just the future of the Bucks post Giannis. Like I do not trust John Horst. I don't trust Jimmy Haslam when he's gonna become like the full-fledged decision-making owner in like 2 years. Where are we going with that? Like,
yeah, I don't love where the Bucks are going. I felt like they held on to Giannis too long. Bill Simmons did a great breakdown about Giannis, a guy at his size with his mileage and his age. They really don't age well, and that's not a secret. And which is why I was a proponent of trying to trade him coming into this season to try to really maximize. You added another injury-riddled season onto his resume. Like I really wanted them to maximize Giannis because you don't want to be left with – now they are left with a distressed asset to try to rebuild their entire team.
A distressed asset who is openly going through the NBA PA to tell his team to let him play. It is a full-on toxic – it is like the lawyers have been hired. They're just divorced living in the same house at this point.
It is a ship show, if you will.
Yes, exactly.
Ryan, I'll catch you next week. You guys have fun without me. Maybe I'll call in or something like that.
All right. Enjoy vacation, Florida Jim.
All right. It's been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.